To all of our local, our regional, and our international viewers throughout the world, wherever you may be, a very warm welcome to another edition of the program, Conversations with Zelisa, where we continue to inform, educate, empower, and answer those unanswered questions. I am Zelisa Singh Rupani, humbly inviting you to sit back, relax, enjoy, but more importantly, absorb the relevant and important information we are about to share with you. You know, I always advise you the importance of having your pen and paper nearby so you could take notes and you could take important telephone numbers that will be very helpful for you and your loved ones, yeah? Directing this morning and in master control, Akua George, we'd like to wish each and every one of you a fantastic day today. It's Friday, happy Friday. Friday the 2nd of December 2022. And if you're celebrating a birthday, happy birthday. If it's your anniversary, happy anniversary to you and yours. That's someone special, all right? We are quickly going to go to our quote for today. And our quote says, "Nothing is impossible. The world itself says, I am possible." Oh, nothing is impossible. The word itself says, I am possible. That came to us with the kind compliments of Fab India Expo opposite Medford gas station in Chagonas. Open every day, including holidays, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Elegant outfits, matching jewelry, footwear, household items, and much more. And of course, Mid-Center Mall, the Christmas flea market, now available for Christmas bookings. And of course, India in Style Expo now reopen at the White Tent opposite Center of Excellence in Macoya. All right? And of course, it's live entertainment daily. It's live entertainment daily. Yeah? So check them out today. Let's say a very warm welcome to the management and staff of Master Eric. They've got their 2 locations opposite Palmis Park in San Fernando and LP 28. Yes, am I correct? Mm-hmm. Monroe Road in Kunapir. And of course, the telephone numbers are listed at the bottom of your television screen. Let's say Sitaram, Namaste, Assalamu Alaikum, Sairam, and a warm welcome to Master Eric, the one and only.
Thank you, Zelisa. And also Sitaram, Assalamu Alaikum, Sairam, and good morning, everybody. See, Zelisa, you know, I feel out of place today.
Why, Master?
Well, look at the beautiful background.
Oh,
my wife said,
you.
if my wife sees this, she'll say, you should have put your Santa outfit on.
Right? That's a nice idea. Maybe we could get
because if you
in
put a bear, I could be with
be
my belly and everything.
Great Santa.
I'd be a good Santa, you know. But I just feel like I should have worn my Santa outfit today. Okay? But, you know, it's great to be here. You know, I love last week we were on the podcast.
Oh,
I just love that.
Let me tell you something. That podcast, remember we brought it live on the radio station U975 FM. And I got so many people.
Oh, really?
That connected with me and said they just loved, they were just happy to know that they could sit in the comfort, put on their radio and listen. And I think it was very enlightening. I think people now they're conscious now of making better decisions and choices because now they know there are consequences to your, in terms of your karma.
Your actions.
Exactly. So I want to thank you for that. Unfortunately, I can't be on the podcast. As you know, we've got the drive. And before we go into that, I also want to say our sincere thanks and gratitude to you, your wife, and your staff for your enormous contribution towards our food drive. And as I was saying to you earlier on, with regards to how many people that we're feeding, women, children, men, families, and because of your grand contribution, we could now give more and do more. It's been an experience of a lifetime. Sometimes I think I'm in a bad dream. That's how bad it is for what we've been seeing out there.
See, what I think a lot of people don't do, and I'm not saying it's bad, but you can't really know what those people are going through until you put yourself there.
And see it, Master.
You know, and when you do, even if you had a little extra $100, give it, because you're giving hot food. A lot of these people can't even cook.
They can't
You know, they
cook.
can't even sleep. They can't even do anything.
Correct.
The refrigerators
You're
aren't working.
so correct.
You know, so, you know, if people could just, you know, kind of hand out a little bit, whatever you can. You know, you still have your obligations. But if you can just a little bit, you know, contact Zelisa and help promote this, because, you know, my team and my wife, we're always there when we can.
Well, look, I'll
You
say
know,
this, huh? I'm going to say this. I've said it before and I will continue to say it. Any sort of drive or any giveaways we have, Master Eric and his wife, their company are always in. I remember last year, if you remember clearly, it was around Christmas time, and Pastor Dutton just casually said there was a family that lost everything and didn't have a stove. And I didn't even have to ask Master Eric. He said to me, look, we are going to get this stove. You bought this stove and you gave it to the family. This was, you know, that just shows that you are giving back. You are not, it's not just then, but you always come up front and say, Zelisa, whatever you're doing, we are going to contribute, we are going to give. You always give a lot that people are not aware of. And that's something I was saying to the owner, Mr. Vijay Prasad of VNV Contractors last night. What I admire with him is that a lot of people see him doing a lot of work, but they don't see what he's giving back to communities.
Correct.
They don't ever see what you give back.
But what I admire about them, and what you should do, you donate a little bit, and don't expect a lot of publicity.
Exactly.
You do it out of the kindness of your heart to help people.
You do it to help.
And that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
And then speaking of that, Zelisa, everybody, I'm going to hold it up. I don't know if you'll see it very well, but we have Master Eric gift certificates. Now, what this is for you to purchase for a loved one, to get the body scan done, and instead of the 1,150, it's down to 720.
Wow.
For the actual Christmas. We're wanting people to you know, instead of buying a shirt or pants. And the reason I said this is, Lisa, health is the #1 issue that you need to work on, right? And sometimes when you buy somebody a shirt or a gift, they don't like it. So they take it back. But this is something that's really going to be beneficial. You can contact us at our numbers, or you can contact Zelisa, and she has some of them here, and you can come, purchase it, and give it to your loved one for Christmas.
Master,
and it's good for the month of December only.
You know, I'm telling you something. When you have to give someone something, don't compromise, especially your parents, your grandparents. You give them a gift that would be, like, you're right. Yeah, they could wear a shirt, they could wear perfume, they could use a handbag, things like that. But you know what? When you give them a gift of health, you give them an extension to life. And I'll say it this way,
Correct.
because you get, especially with this body scan and how it's been helping people insight with regards to what's really happening with them. And now they could treat it, now they could get help. You give them a chance of life, you give them a chance to live.
Right, and then you didn't know, but starting the beginning of January, I have another device that hooks into my machine.
Right.
And we could do deep, deep, deep penetrations for pain and cancer and tumors. So, people, it's worth the 720, trust me, to actually give to your loved one, because you don't want to sit there and see them in pain all the time, you know, and have them come. We have 2 locations. So just give us a call at the numbers you're going to see at the bottom of the screen. And Zelisa, the next thing, starting yesterday, full mobile team going out to the homes to do the scans.
Now, I need to intervene here because I want our viewers to understand exactly what you're doing. These gift certificates, I'm just saying, if it's for you, you come, and I'm going to have some here as well at our company, ZMB, at our main desk, front desk. We are going to have the gift certificate, so you could come purchase it here if you like. So listen, if you have someone who is sick and you get one of these body scans.
Okay, the 720.
Right.
I got to be practical.
Right.
The 720 is for them to come to the office.
So you get
Now,
that
we have a
gift
little bit
certificate.
extra fee
Right.
because we have to tear the machines down.
Right.
Drive to the people,
driver
set it
understood,
up,
fair enough.
and then break it back down and take it back to the office.
Exactly.
But the 720 is for the office. But people, you will not get a scan or a reading of a scan like this anywhere for $720. There's nowhere in Trinidad.
It's the ultimate gift. It's the ultimate gift to give someone a gift of life. That's what I'm going to say, because really, life and good health. I'll say that as well. It's
Correct.
extremely important. So if you could give someone the gift of getting this body scan, getting them on a program to get them healthier, happier, full of health, full of life, full of because if you're not healthy or you're sick, you can't be happy.
Well, another thing, I'm seeing now that people in Trinidad are becoming a little more health conscious.
That's nice.
And also, I forgot to bring it, but you saw it at the office, where we have the roti mix.
Wow, I tried it last week.
How did you like it?
I thought it was excellent because
Right.
it's healthy, it's delicious, and I am someone, I love my chokers. You see my bygone choker, my tomato choker. I'm telling you, so it's ideal.
It's even good to dip in bhaji.
You can have your little dips. You
Yeah.
could do it as a dip because you could
Yeah.
put it in the oven and have. It's brilliant. It's excellent.
And you make your wraps.
your wraps with it. You could be so
Even
innovative.
if you eat a little chicken, put a little chicken,
But the
lettuce,
most
tomato.
important thing is that it's healthy and delicious.
But it's not just that. It's gluten-free.
Right.
It's made for diabetics. Okay? Super high in fiber. So when you're eating this, you are eating totally healthy.
Nice.
Okay? So we have that at our offices too. Only there.
I saw you.
You're not going to get it nowhere else in Trinidad.
I saw. This is when we came to the podcast on Friday. I want to congratulate you on that office and that wonderful area that you have for meditation. It's simply awesome. But I saw you had honey and other nice natural stuff.
Now these are very
healthy.
high-grade honey.
Yes, I saw a lot of stuff there
Yeah.
at the office. So nice. You know, when you go there, you could pick up these things because you know what? Even giving a bottle of honey is a nice gift to give someone for their home. Be practical and giving things, you know.
You know, and I think I had numerous people comment this week what they like about the scan and how we do things. Medication is not needed.
Yeah.
They don't need prescriptions. You know, and that saves them a lot of money or the time to go to the hospital and stand in line in the pharmacy.
Yeah.
So, but, you know, that's not why I really came today. I came today, I had a topic, Zelisa, and then you asked me right before the program, what's
Yeah.
the topic? And I said, I don't know, what do you want to talk about? But I wanted to talk about the recent cases I've been doing.
Yeah.
Because, Zelisa, this is terrible. This was the first time that I've seen my staff, when they go out to do the work with me,
Yeah.
doing exorcisms or a cleaning, where they just cried. The tears were just coming out of their face. Because this week, Zelisa, I'll say it right before we have to go to break,
Right.
I had to do a 9-year-old little girl. She was possessed. And a 12-year-old girl possessed. And what these little girls are going through, we're going to go more in detail later. I can't say their names or their locations, but I want people to be aware this is happening in Trinidad. And the cases, I said last time on TV, it's raised 300% in 1 year. Now, we have to look at why. What is being done.
Alarming, Master Eric.
And these isn't a demon that follows you or attaches to you. These are demons that was sent.
To children.
Right. And
To
9
children.
times out of 10, they're hitting the children to get back at the parents. Think about it. What's the best way to get to someone? Is to hurt the child.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to talk about this and what do we look for in our children
Right.
if these symptoms start to
Nice.
happen?
I love that. What to look for. Great. This is the program Conversations with Zelisa, and in conversation with Master Eric. Telephone contact numbers to contact Master Eric are 354-4459. That's 354-4459, 497-7226. 497-7226. So I want to remind you again, you want to pick up your gift certificates, you could pick them up at opposite Palmies Park in San Fernando and LP 78 Monroe Road in Kunape. So that's where his offices are located, as well as the studio. And you're also welcome to come and pick up your gift certificates here as well at ZMB Communications Limited, 26 Eastern Main Road in San Juan. You can pick them up here as well. All right. And okay, let's go to these important messages. When we return, we continue our conversation with Master Eric. Stay with us.
Master Eric provides the universal spiritual approach in ancient meditation techniques, chakra alignment and cleansing, home cleansings and exorcisms, treatment and removal of body pains, develop persons' spiritual gifts, and assist couples that cannot conceive, full medical body scans, and these are just a few services that are provided. If you need help, please call or WhatsApp Master Eric at 354-4459.
Unique Group of Companies specializes in complete outfitting for residential and commercial buildings locally and regionally. For 34 years, we have been the premium manufacturers and exporters of high-quality bifold sliding and pocket door systems, fire-rated doors, windows, and architectural moldings. We also supply and install operable louver shutters, hardwood floors, staircases, and toughened laminated glass. Unique Woodworking Limited and Unique Lumber and Construction Guyana Incorporated also supply kiln-dried greenheart, mahogany, cedar, and teak. Our logs are cut and shipped by Unique Lumber Guyana and dried in our computerized kiln at our factory's facilities in Trinidad. Visit our showrooms to see the quality, which makes us unique.
Sanctuary for Holistic Health and Wellness. They provide checkups for adults and kids, home visits, personalized health and diet plans, blood tests, and so much more. Visit them today at 163 Rocha Douglas Road, Barrackpore. Call and make an appointment today.
720-4635.
Sanctuary for Holistic Health and Wellness, caring for the community.
Welcome back to the program Conversations with Zelisa, in conversation with Master Eric, and offices are located opposite Palmies Park in San Fernando and LP 78 Monroe Road in Kunape. Telephone contact numbers are 354-4459 and 497-7226. Now, a gentle reminder, there are gift certificates that you could pick up for yourself. I would take advantage because these scans are $1,150. You're getting it for $720. So that's a steal of a deal. So you could either get it for yourself, or if you want to give it as a gift to someone, you could pick it up at offices. Their locations are opposite Palmies Park in San Fernando and LP 78 Monroe Road in Cunapare. Now, I also want to remind you, we are also, we do have the gift certificates available here. You could pick up here at 26 Eastern Main Road, San Juan, ZMB Communications Limited. Master Rick, welcome back. And you know, what you said about those children, it's really heartbreaking and frightening, because children are innocent. And why would people, because of selfish, demonic reasons, want to hurt children? So
well, what even made it worse, and my staff made the comments after, was each person has a special needs condition. So now it even compounds the situation, right? And, you know, Zelisa, you know, we had the 10-year-old, we had this, I've had 15, 17-year-olds. Now, what we're looking at, everyone, is if you got to watch your children. You cannot be too busy with work. When you come home, you can't ignore your children and just watch TV, because that's not going to work. Let me tell you something. If somebody wants to get to you in any way, they're either going to go through your wife or they're going to go through your children.
that makes sense.
And you have to be aware, not paranoid, but have awareness of what is going on with your children. Zelisa, no, I lie. Within this week, it was the day after we had the podcast, I did another 9-year-old boy.
Yeah.
Now, in that 9-year-old boy, and I gotta give the mother, she's a single parent, I gotta give her an applause. She started watching her son, and the son started drawing pictures with a crown, to actually what the thing looked like.
What?
Right. And it was almost like in a movie. The new girl that worked with me now, you met her, she said, but Master, this is like the movies.
Yeah.
Now, he had 4 pictures up on the wall. And then, here's what would happen, Zelisa. The parents couldn't see it, but the son could see it and hear it. So now the son, he'd be in the room, and you see the son talking to somebody, but there's nobody there. Mm-hmm. Now, at the beginning, they thought it was like an imaginary friend. Mm-hmm. You know how kids have.
Well, I'll tell you something as well. Being a parent of a young child, sometimes if they're playing with themselves, especially if it's a single child and they don't have other siblings, and they're playing a dollhouse or something, they would talk.
Right. But here was the funny part. Mm-hmm. Well, not funny, but the demon would be under his bed. So now the demon,
my God,
would tell him to roll the ball underneath the bed. So the boy would roll the ball underneath the bed. Now, you know, if you roll a ball and it hits the wall, it's going to bounce back. But that would happen within a second or two, right? If he threw it. He'd roll the ball, and then a little delay, and then the ball would roll back. And then it was saying, come under here with me. The boy wouldn't do it. And the little boy, I got to give him credit. It's a very strong little boy. When I talked to him, he would say, it always wants me to go under with him. But it keeps playing like he's my friend. But he kept telling it, you're not my friend.
Oh, the child kept saying, nice.
So that child knew there was something wrong with this, right? And when I talked to him, right even before we did the cleaning, the boy was so strong. And I said, I'll guarantee you, when you come back, you will never hear him or see him again. And the boy's sleeping great. You know,
so you had to go in terms of, you know.
with my team.
Yeah.
And do what they call, it's a house exorcism,
Yeah.
but we call it a cleaning.
Yeah.
But that's one case. Now, what I'm saying, everyone, and then I'll go into the other cases after break, but one thing to watch for your children, one, a whole different mood swing, whole different. There's a difference between a child getting upset if you don't give them something or something like that, or when, because the one that we're going to talk about next, she would try to hurt people. She would try to hurt the parents, try to cut the parents with a knife. Okay? So a different total mood swing. Now, before that happens, your child, when you talk to them or you try to correct them, they're not just going to look at you. They're going to give you that serious cut eye that'll make you have chills. And you know from that look on your child, that is not your child.
I remember when you had the mother of the child, remember when we interviewed, and you know, she was saying that the child was eating differently, beating her, fighting, cursing.
Because it's not all her child.
Yeah.
The same with these. Even before we started, it would sit in a chair, and you know that look where somebody, like a grown person, would look at you and just have that type of grin that you would like, why are you being a smart? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just smiling at you like that, like you ain't gonna do nothing. You know, and they give you a cut eye. And then they start acting up. They try to run, you know, as you're setting up. You know, you got to look for signs, people. Do they spend a lot of time talking and playing by themselves? Now, there's a difference of a child, and like you said, they may have a dollhouse or some type of thing.
Yeah.
And they're talking because they're make-believe, right?
I'll tell you why I said it, right? Because just last night, you know, you and your wife gave my daughter a beautiful dollhouse for her birthday.
But people think it's this big.
It's huge, right? It's huge, all right? It's huge.
It's like a house.
So my brother took it. I couldn't build it, all right? My brother took it home because he had to get certain, you know, to build it up this huge, massive house. So he brought it back for her yesterday, and she's setting it up. This is late in the evening because you saw what time we got home.
Yes.
Later, and I am in the kitchen, but I hear her talking. So I said, Malika, Melly, Minnie, who are you speaking to? She says, Mommy, it's the dolls. I'm playing with the dollhouse. But you have as parents to always be observant. And
Right.
be, yeah.
Like I said, that's different. Because a child is make-believe, right? They're playing. But when you see a child by themselves without that, and they're actually carrying on a conversation.
You have to be mindful as parents. You have to, I'm very observant. And you have to be given of what you hear, what you know, things like that. You have to not leave children unattended. And you're correct. The moment you notice something that different with your child, get help. You're supposed to know it. You're supposed to have a discerning spirit to know something is not right with my child. They're not eating right. They're not behaving right. They started, you know, things like that. Get help immediately.
You know, and I'm not trying to make people paranoid, but when people come in, you know, we look at them from a medical point of view to a spiritual point of view, right? And there are some medical conditions. And these spirits love to hide behind that. Because if you take them to a doctor or a psychiatrist, they're going to look at them and say, oh, sorry, you know, your child has maybe schizophrenia. They might have some classification of psychonesia. But when they come, it's the opposite.
Yeah.
Okay, and they become normal.
Well, you pick it up straight away because that's what you, that's what you
Correct.
specialize in.
You know, but we're going to go over more signs and symptoms after the break because
Good.
I think parents really need to watch.
You do. So we are in conversation with Master Eric today. Offices are located opposite Palmis Park in San Fernando and LP 78 Monroe Road in Cunupé. Telephone contact numbers are 354-4459, 497-7226. Now, I want to remind you about the gift certificates that you could pick up from the offices that are available at $720. It's a steal of a deal. Of course, the scan is normally $1,150. You're getting it for $720. I think that's a steal of a deal. And of course, you could also pick it up here at our office, ZMB Communications Limited, 26 Eastern Main Road, San Juan, Fred's Plaza. All right, let's go to these messages.
Master Eric provides the universal spiritual approach in ancient meditation techniques, chakra alignment and cleansing, home cleansings and exorcisms, treatment and removal of body pains, develop persons' spiritual gifts, and assist couples that cannot conceive, full medical body scans, and these are just a few services that are provided. If you need help, please call or WhatsApp Master Eric at 354-4459.
Tile Expression Limited, the #1 leader in tiles. Large stock, unbeatable prices, wide variety. Porcelain tiles, ceramic tiles, wall and floor tiles, residential and commercial, granite and quartz countertops. Best quality from Italy, Spain, India, Brazil and China. Conveniently located Monroe Road, Cunupé. Tile Expression Limited. Telephone 693-0015-223-TILE.
Oh boy, why is this happening?
What happened?
The Fab India Expo is closing on Monday, the 20th of November.
We have so many events to attend and I didn't even get my clothes as yet.
I hear their shipment got delayed, but it just arrived. They have the latest variety which they'd like to sell before they leave. That means huge discounts.
Listen, we still have a few more days. From now on, I will go every day to have lunch and dinner.
Let's tell all our friends so everyone can enjoy the final days of the Fab India Expo.
Fab India Expo, opposite Medford Gas Station, Shogunas. Definitely closing on Monday, 28th November.
Fun and shopping both at the Mid-Center Mall Christmas Flea Market starting the 2nd of December. All the entertainment. Mid-Center Mall Christmas Flea Market starting on the 2nd of December, opening daily from 10 a.m.
Visit Agri Savers Limited, number 19 Orange Grove Trace, St. Augustine. For all your agriculture, livestock, pet, agri-equipment, hydroponics, cannabis, fishing tackle supplies and much more. Open Monday to Friday 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Contact 473-6074, 663-1094. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
Agni Puja and Gift Shop, home to an extensive array of fine jewelry, books, authentic saris and all your puja needs. Telephone 669-5058, located at Caroni North Bank Road, St. Helena.
Welcome back to the program Conversations with Zelisa. I'm Zelisa, in conversation with Master Eric. And of course, offices are located opposite Palmis Park in San Fernando and LP 78 Monroe Road in Cunupé. Telephone contacts 354-4459, 497-7226. Master Eric, welcome back. It's a very deep and very important conversation you're having with us today, because it's about our children. Huh?
It's, you know, I want people to understand. A lot of people in the country and around the world now, they don't want to work, but they want money. They want the land, they want the inheritance, but the only way they result to actually get it is through what some people call obia, black magic. Now, that's happening also, Zelisa, and it's happening at a large scale. But I'm not really, we deal with that, but my concern right now is the children.
Yeah.
Because one, you mentioned it earlier, they're innocent.
Yeah.
Okay, they haven't done nothing to nobody. Okay, now there's two things that's going on here, Zelisa. And I can't judge nobody, but I know for a fact there is a severe penalty for what they're doing. One, the person who is commanding that this is being done to that child. And number two, what even makes it worse is the spiritual person that's actually taking the money to hurt the child. Now let me tell you something. We already know who some of them are, Zelisa.
Yeah.
We already know some of them. Okay? But do not do spiritual work to hurt people, and do not do spiritual work to take something away from someone else. You're going to start really, you're digging your karma so deep, you're going to suffocate. And they'll deal with you when you leave. Because that's what people live for today, is when you leave from here, your spiritual journey. Now, when you touch a child, I would hate to think what's going to happen. I really do. So, parents, spend more quality time with your children. Observe your children. Now, I talked about when they start playing and there's not a dollhouse and not army little figures and things like that. And they're carrying on a full conversation, laughing, giggling, because Zelisa, these demons mask themselves to be like them.
Yeah.
And they try to win them over as being a friend. Then it starts gradually getting deeper and deeper and deeper. And that's when I said you'll see the cut eye. You're going to see eating habits. The way they eat is going to change completely. One of these girls this week, she won't eat. It won't let her eat.
Oh.
Okay? The other one, she can eat.
Yeah.
But she can't sleep.
Oh.
Okay? Now, what would you do when a child gets up real quick at night, the lights are out, and she's screaming continuously, looking in a direction?
Oh my God.
Then I told you about where the demons were so bad in the house that the whole family had to sleep on one mattress. Then the wife is here, the husband is here, the little child, 3 years old, was in the middle.
Oh my God.
And the little child started to scream when the man looked up. Her leg is in the air, and something was dragging her off the bed.
Oh no.
Okay, so we had to go deal with that.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say, watch your children. Because if they start hurting people, they start cutting people, or worse yet, other cases is where they try to hurt themselves. Now, a lot of people say, well, they're mental.
Yeah.
Mental stages or capacities of yourself doesn't change overnight. There's a progression.
I agree.
If it's mental.
Yeah.
Right? But this one here, they would take a knife, if they could find one, and start cutting themselves and laughing. It's not hurting them. Okay?
Oh,
But when we were done,
yeah.
they're normal. So the mental diagnosis would be shut out the window. So people, start watching your children. When you pray or when you go into a church, a temple, or a mosque, do they get upset? Do they try to make it to where you don't stay?
Nice.
Are they against praying at the time? Like the woman told you, Trisha, when she was here, that he wouldn't even go.
Yes, she did.
But then after we were done, he would sit and pray with her.
Yeah.
But these are signs, people. It is things that is going on without you knowing it behind your back. And like I said, most parents now, Zelisa, work 2 jobs.
Yeah.
I mean, both of them are working. And then they're busy when they come home.
Yeah.
Some of them are working 2 jobs. Now, they're so busy, they're not seeing this happen.
Yeah.
You're not actually worrying or even caring about your child because you're so busy.
You're so absorbed in trying to, and sometimes it's not that, listen, it's not that you're a bad parent that
No.
you do that. It's just that you're so consumed and you have so many things to put in place for the following day, to get them to school, to iron, to wash, to prepare lunches, to prepare dinner, you know, and if you have other kids, homework, projects, Godfather. I wonder sometimes if the projects, now parents, you need to be involved in these projects more than the children. That's the truth, because the homework is so much, you have to prepare them for tests. It's a lot, and especially, let me tell you, if you're a single parent like myself, it's not easy. So you could be very consumed and sometimes you could overlook. Now,
That's
you
true.
said something, Master Eric, and a thought came to me. I know you're talking about children, but do you know there are people that call me and they talk about it all the time. They think they've got insomnia and they can't sleep. They're taking sleeping pills, they're drinking all kind of teas, they're doing everything possible to sleep and they cannot sleep. Do you think they could be possibly, you know, should they explore the option that something is keeping them up?
Well, I've had 3 of those cases this week too. But on that, it may not be a demon. It could be a soul, what we talked about before.
Yes.
It could be a loved one that died. It could be someone you knew that died, but you were close to them, and they have not left. Okay, now if they are in your room or around or the presence, now that can keep you up, because
Yeah.
most people say, I'll say, why can't you sleep? Some say it's their mind, but most of them say their body feels nervous inside, like something going on.
Yeah.
Well, that's your soul or your intuition that is letting you know there's a presence around you.
Ah, really?
So then the next step, I say, okay, let us check your home. Let us just check. Because what people don't understand, souls, spirits, and demons, and all sorts, they leave an energy trail. If people are actually sending these things, you better watch out, because you're leaving an energy trail.
Yeah.
Okay, just like you can track back an email or an IP address on the internet, same way you could do this spiritually. So that's why I said we know some of the people now.
Yeah.
Now, so if you're experiencing these things, there's 2 things I do, Zelisa. One, if it's bad enough, I have them do the medical scan. I want to rule out medical. And then we go into the spiritual. And that's done within 2 days.
I think that's a win-winner, because the rules are, I like that you do that, because then you know, okay, there is a medical problem or there's no you don't have anything that you need
But
to
it's
worry
not just
about.
medical.
Yeah.
Our scan also picks up dementia, reactive insanity, psychonesia, CD, bipolar. So it diagnoses one time.
And you could nip it in the bud.
We can nip it one time.
I love that. That's important. So remember, if you want to get those scans, you can get them opposite Palmis Park in San Fernando and LP 78 Monroe Road in Kunupe. That's where the offices are located of Master Eric. Telephone contact numbers are 354-4459, 497-7226, 497-7226. Before we go to this break, I also want to say hello to those wonderful people I met last week at the podcast. Really lovely people that I had the opportunity to meet one-on-one and have really nice conversations
and brilliant questions.
With. Wonderful questions.
Brilliant.
And I really particularly enjoyed that podcast last week with the live audience there. And
I'm going to have a live audience tonight.
Nice, great.
We're going to miss you, but I'm going to have a live audience.
But you know, what I'm doing is for the benefit of our country.
I agree 100%.
Citizens are stranded and I need to be out there with the traffic situation and things like that. It's just sad. But let's go to these important messages. When we return, we continue our conversation with Master Eric, yeah?
Master Eric provides the universal spiritual approach in ancient meditation techniques, chakra alignment and cleansing, home cleansings and exorcisms, treatment and removal of body pains, develop persons' spiritual gifts, and assist couples that cannot conceive, full medical body scans, and these are just a few services that are provided. If you need help, please call or WhatsApp Master Eric at 354-4459.
Welcome to the Antediluvian Nature Center of Life Extension and Health Recovery. Coming from the Garden of Eden, the Antediluvian Nature Center brings to you breakthrough medicines and anti-aging technologies for all ailments and diseases in the body, nutritional therapies, naturopathic treatments, as we create opportunities of hope and celebrate longevity. And remember, the healing is from God.
The Radha Govind Society presents a charity dinner and concert. Takes place on December 18th, 5:30 to 10 p.m. at the Passage to Asia, Chaguanas. Open your heart and help contribute towards spreading the joy of the Christmas season to kids in orphanages and underprivileged families, with entertainment from Kavish the Band, Akash and Sital, Rehana Gopal, Vijay Ramkisoon, Venom Stars Tassa Group, Samaru School of Dance, comedy by Kenneth Supasad. Tickets are only $250 per person or $2,300 per table, 10 persons. For tickets or to make a donation, call 3805615 or 7910943.
This is Full 100, an all-natural herbal dietary supplement formulated exclusively for men. Our proprietary blend was designed with one goal in mind: to improve your overall health, rejuvenating your vitality, energy, strength, and libido. Want to be at your peak performance in everything you do? Then get Full 100. Fast-acting, long-lasting, with no side effects.
Oh my God.
Welcome back to the program Conversations with Zelisa. As we continue to inform, educate, empower and answer those unanswered questions, I'm in conversation with Master Eric. Offices are located at opposite Palmies Park in San Fernando and LP 78 Monroe Road in Cunupare. Telephone contact numbers 354-4459, 497-7226. And I want to remind you about the gift certificates, and it's a lovely idea to give someone a gift of a gift certificate to go and get that body scan, and they are only $720. You can pick up the gift certificates at offices, and which would be opposite Palmies Park in San Fernando and LP 78 Monroe Road in Cunupare, or you could call the numbers to find out. Also available at ZMB Communications, our here in at Fred's Plaza, 26 Eastern Main Road in San Juan. We do have some here. You could pick it up. For those of you in this area, it's easy to pick it up. Give it as a gift or use it yourself. Give yourself a gift. Welcome back.
Thank you. And I want people just to understand real quick. The 720 is for the scan. And when the report is done, it also includes 30 minutes sitting down with us, explaining in detail what is wrong with your body parts on the screen. You cannot beat that.
So they are getting a consultation one-on-one, 30 minutes going through the entire scan.
Through the entire results with the body parts on the screen. Because we believe full transparency, and number two, if you see it, you can understand it.
Agreed.
Most people get a report and don't know nothing. You know, so that's also included into the price. Now, we've had other ones, Zelisa. Have you ever heard of somebody bathing for 4 hours to take a bath?
For 4 hours?
4 hours. Have you heard people talk about people that takes 2 hours to brush their teeth?
No.
This is some of the signs where the child's trying to do what the mommy's saying, but the demon don't want her to do it. Other ones, they haven't bathed in 2-3 weeks. And when you try to get them to bathe, they get very violent. Okay? Then the parents find out they can't even clean their house because something happens to divert them from. Demons love filth. Point blank. See, these are things. Now, some childs don't want to take a bath every night. That's different. But when you see them throw a fight, Zelisa, or they'll grab your hair and throw you down like this, okay, there's something going on. And this is what I'm trying to give you parents. Like I said, they will love to devour meat. More meat than they've ever ate in their life. They will keep eating. You know, their sleeping patterns, if they sleep, will be totally different. The child will start to sleep around 4 to 5 in the morning, right before the sun comes up. But during the evening, they cannot sleep. They are constantly up. They're constantly screaming. They're constantly doing something. The other day, the 17-year-old, he was always normal, but then all of a sudden, he's walking around naked everywhere. And he's just playing and he's doing everything, you know, and then his actions totally changed. Then he started isolating himself. They love to isolate your child. They want the child to be away from you. And eventually they're going to turn the child against you. Once they can isolate the child, now they can actually take possession. That's why I say it's very important that you spend quality time with your child. Pray with your child. Pray together. Have a foundation.
To pray, yeah.
Do your homework with the child.
Yeah.
Right? Start getting involved in your child's life. Because once you don't, and once you start separating yourself, you're not praying, you're not doing a lot of things that you should as a parent, this is where these things can slip in. Okay, a lot of parents say, well, where do they come from? Well, if they're being sent people, they're being summoned. Okay, they're being summoned. I had a woman say the other day, when she came in, that 2 spiritual leaders took her to the cemetery and bathed her on top of a grave to try to help them. Now, Zelisa, that right there is black magic.
No, but who in their right senses
People
as
are
well?
desperate. They're desperate.
you can't be so desperate that you go in a cemetery to be. What is that? That is.
Okay, so what is it when
Then you're supposed
spiritual
to know that's not right. You
and-
follow what I'm saying? You're supposed to know. That is, you don't take a rocket scientist to understand that is evil. What you going in a cemetery and burying
Okay,
dead
so
for?
why are you allowing spiritual leaders bathing you naked? You
Yeah,
and your
what is
daughter.
that? You're supposed to
You
know
know,
that better
come
than
on.
that. From the moment somebody say, strip yourself naked, I'm going to give you a bath. What madness is that?
I ruffled your feathers, didn't
run.
I?
No, but it's wrong.
but it's true.
You are supposed to take responsibility for that. You're stupid. I'm sorry to say that. You cannot
Yeah.
be so naive, and you cannot be so to know that somebody can
This
strip
is
yourself
going
naked. That
on
is right.
all
It's
over,
wrong.
Zelisa.
You
All
are
over.
allowing somebody to take advantage of you. You are allowing somebody to take advantage of your children if that is what they're doing.
Yeah.
You're encouraging that.
You know, and then
That's
some
wrong,
have
that's
been
wrong.
staked
No, it's
down
wrong.
on top of a grave. Their hands and feet.
What is that,
And there's a
man?
ritual going on. And then some people class that, oh, that's this religion. That is not the religion. I'm going to stick up for everybody's religion. Once you cross off and start blaming false things about a religion, I will stand up for that
I
religion.
mean, if you're happy doing that
Okay.
and that's your choice, all well and good, but come
But
on, man.
All jokes aside,
Yes.
this is a serious
It's
matter.
serious.
And number two, awareness, people. It's awareness. Know your child. Know when there's something not right. Okay? Now, I also had a 13-year-old girl where she's still a virgin, but she kept scratching down there all the time.
What?
Well, what happened was she is being spiritually interfered with.
Oh gosh, you say 13-year-old still a virgin, not 13-year-old should never not be, you understand?
No, but remember, they will not interfere with you before your menstrual
Lord,
cycle.
Father, help this
There's a
nation.
lot more we could talk about, but we're almost out of time. But also, I want to let everybody know, whoever wants to be on the live podcast tonight in the audience, you'll be able to stand up, say your questions. You know, come to the Monroe Road location. That's light pole right after Low Cost Supermarket if you're coming by the highway. Be there for 5:30 because we don't want people walking in when we start going on air. If you come early enough, you might be able to catch some of us singing. Sunday we were singing. You heard the people say it sounded like a CD.
Yeah,
We're practicing for the Nagar next year.
nice.
So just go ahead and please tune in on YouTube, Master Eric. And you could also see it on Conversations with Zelisa, TT, on Facebook.
Yes, you could do it. And we're also going to, hoping that we can bring it live on U975 FM. If
Correct.
not, we are going to bring it on our Facebook page. So look out for that for sure. It's also going to be on the Facebook page of U975 FM. And you know, we've got thousands and thousands and thousands of viewers. Almost, I think, 400 and something thousand viewers for that, for
Excellent.
the flood relief we've been bringing.
Excellent.
So
No, that's great work what you're doing, and everybody that's supporting and helping.
including yourself.
and,
Thank
and
you.
especially your staff. I mean,
My
some of them will
staff,
pull some serious hours.
They're pulling day into night, like Nicole. Nicole is
Yeah.
up at 3 o'clock in the morning and she's not getting home sometimes until 9, 10 o'clock in the night,
Yeah.
including myself. We've been really pulling some hours. But you know what? We're making a difference in those lives. And when you see the gratitude that you get and the love that you get, and you know, that in itself is rewarding to know you made a difference in somebody's life.
And
know?
you feel fulfilled.
You feel fulfilled.
When
You know
somebody
you're
has
doing
that
something right.
smile
Yes.
and happiness when you
Yes.
give it to them,
Certainly.
that's worth
You're
it right
filling
there.
that tummy, boy, and
Yep.
you know, you're taking away that little pain for the moment. When you see children just want to hug you, you know, there's nothing as rewarding, as loving as a child genuinely giving you a hug, you know. Master Rick, I want to thank you kindly as
Oh, it's a
always.
pleasure being here.
And I want to remind all of our viewers that, you know, remember that the office hours or office numbers are 354-4459, 497-7226, offices are located opposite Palmis Park in San Fernando and LP 78 Monroe Road in Kurupe, Master.
One person did say, people keep calling, what does the gold key mean? The gold key means that knowledge is power, and knowledge is the golden key for you to walk your spiritual path to God.
Very nice. So that's the Master Eric with the key. That's,
right.
That's very
But if you
nice.
see the logo, the key here, and at my
Nice.
office, that's what it means. It's nothing else that broadcasts us or anything. It's about knowledge is the key to God.
And we know knowledge is power, right? Again, remember to pick up, I want to remind you, your gift certificates. They are available opposite Palmis Park in San Fernando and LP 78 Monroe Road in Kunupe. That's where the offices are located. And you could pick up if you're in the area, in the San Juan area or environs, and it's easier for you to pick it up here. We've got some certificates here as well. Fred's Plaza, 26 Eastern Main Road in San Juan, ZMB Communications Limited. Thank you kindly, Master Eric. God bless you. And again, sincere thanks to you and your wife and your staff for your great contribution towards our food drive. It's certainly going to go a long way. God bless you all. Yeah? Take care. Be good. We'll see you really soon. Let's go to these important messages.
Master Eric provides the universal spiritual approach in ancient meditation techniques, chakra alignment and cleansing, home cleansings and exorcisms, treatment and removal of body pains, develop persons' spiritual gifts, and assist couples that cannot conceive, full medical body scans, and these are just a few services that are provided. If you need help, please call or WhatsApp Master Eric at 354-4459.
Sanctuary for Holistic Health and Wellness. They provide checkups for adults and kids, home visits, personalized health and diet plans, blood tests, and so much more. Visit them today at 163 Rocha Douglas Road, Barrackpore. Call and make an appointment today.
720-4635.
Sanctuary for Holistic Health and Wellness, caring for the community. Tile Expression Limited, the #1 leader in tiles. Large stock, unbeatable prices, wide variety, porcelain tiles, ceramic tiles, wall and floor tiles, residential and commercial, granite and quartz countertops. Best quality from Italy, Spain, India, Brazil and China. Conveniently located Monroe Road, Kunupe. Tile Expression Limited. Telephone 693-0015-223 Tile.
Welcome back to the program Conversations with Zelisa, where we continue to inform, educate, empower, and answer those unanswered questions. Welcome to all of our listeners on U97.5 FM Multicultural Radio. So it's always nice to have you in our company, both radio and television. Thanking you kindly for choosing us. And unfortunately, my guest, who is a pilot, he had an emergency, and so the show must go on. So what we are going to do with this time today would be to talk to you and show you exactly what we've been doing for the past week. We started on Monday with our flood relief, helping those affected with the severe bad weather conditions and flooding and things like that. And so my director, what we're going to do is go to some footage. There's some people that I want to thank. May I get that list to my assistant? May I get that list? that's there so that I could say thanks to some of the kind people. It's in the studio. To come of this kind people, you know, thanking them for what they've been doing. One of the things, last night I was talking to one of the contractors that reached, thank you so much, one of the contractors that reached out to partner and to help us, and that is Mr. Vijay Prasad of V&V Contractors, and he committed himself as well as the CEO of Marcon Group of Companies, Mr. Michael Budu Singh, that's my brother, and they wanted to partner with ZMB Communications Limited with regards to giving back. So coming closer to Christmas, let me give you the news. What we're going to be doing would be not just a toy drive, but we are also going to be given cookies and chocolates and food items. We're going to go out on a massive trailer and give back to, it's our way of celebrating Christmas. It's our way of giving those in need, especially those children who would have lost everything. We're coming to you. We're going to have a Santa. We're going to make the day as great as possible. We're coming in your areas, and I mean, there's just a master. Vijay said to me, you know, Lisa, anything you need, anything you need. And you know, when he said that to me a couple days ago, and Nicole could endorse this as well. She's our head of news, because she spoke with him as well. And he said to us, whatever you need, you know, if you need more than one truck, so how many ever, he's going to do it. And Nicole, you remember what he did? He sent this massive Mack truck. I was fascinated. Let me tell you, it was like a child getting a toy, you know, when I jump up into this massive truck to see. I've never experienced anything like that. There we go. Thank you, Georgie. That's the truck that V&V Contractors, that's the truck that they gave us to use with the driver and everything out there. So when the water was high, and the vans that we went in, that's it, a Mack truck, brand new, V&V Contractors Company Limited. And again, sincere thanks for them. This truck gave us was there to take us in the high waters, so we could get to people who were marooned and did not get help for days. We had the ability to give them hot food, lunches, and drinks and things like that. So, you know, these are things that are happening. Can we get some footage of what Nicole has been doing as well, and the team, you, Georgie, as well, which is, that's some of the stuff that we've been giving out. But, you know, when I talk about my team, I'm talking about my director, Akua, George, or there's my guy, I like to call him Hero, and that guy is Harish. He's from Fred's Poultry, and there, what we had to do would be, that's myself, whom am I speaking with there, not too sure, but transfer stuff from the trucks into this big Mack truck that would then take us into the high flood waters, because the vans that we were using also got flooded. That's how high the water was. But you see, I believe in transparency and accountability, because we've had many people, some who said to me, Zelisa, I don't want my name called, we don't want our company called, we just want to be able to help. This that you're seeing is what actually transpired in the areas that were affected, that got no help. So when they saw this big Mack truck, V&G Contractors, or us coming out distributing food and drinks, and you know, we at some point of time we gave some cookies and snacks to the children. This is what we would have experienced firsthand. These are some of the experiences that we would have had, and we still have. We're going out today as well. We're partnering with the Supermarkets Association of Trinidad and Tobago. Mr. Rajiv Dipti is the president, so we'll be meeting up with him and some other wonderful people. I also want to thank Sewa Titi for what they've been doing. And the reason I'm showing the footage is because, and I'm talking about it, both radio and television, is because sometimes thanks is just not enough for the people who came out and still are coming out in their numbers to help us, because we couldn't do it without you all. And just to name a few, Rajesh Suklal, Fred's Marketing, Poultry and Meats, Master Eric and his wife, Alan Ferguson, Eden Heights Clinic, Supermarket Association, Jenny Abdul, Tara Buru, Rohil Mohammed, Sheldon Welding, Fabricating and Construction. These people leave their building, leave their house that was flooded and still helping us up to today. I brought out a staff to help us. Sybil Etwaru, Hexagon Chemical Limited, Royalty Brand, Trisha Rampasad, Peggy C. Pasad, and her husband, Mr. C. Pasad, the Polori shop. We gave them orders and they brought extras. So when people do things like this, they're really helping us. You know, Anand's Auto Air Conditioning, Adi's Foreign Use Cars and Parts, Bonanza Drugs, Mona Hulsi Singh, an elderly lady who gets up and cook food, hot food, paratha, roti, and curry and brought. Tara, Myroon Mahadev, Susan, Corinne Raymond, Gemma Ganga, Mr. Arjun Singh, Mr. Wood, Sunita Sinat. Sunita Sinat is a girl that I will forever be grateful. This girl leave her job and come and help us. Narayan Maharaj, this gentleman gave a donation and he said to me, Zelisa, I'm not giving the donation to anybody but you. So after one of the relief, one day I had to drive and get it. The gentleman wanted to touch my feet, all kind of thing, because he's been looking at me and listening to me for years. And this is the trust people have in you. And this is why we need to have accountability and transparency to know that when you've donated, where it's going, how it's going, and the impact that you've made in lives on the citizens of our land. Pastor Clive Dotton, Highway Roti Shop, Touch of Joy Foundation. They also went out with us and contributed so many hot lunches. The Lotus Properties Limited, Pepe's Marketing, thank you so much for the check I received. Corinne, Touch of Joy Foundation, Vijay Prasad, this again is V&V Contracting Company Limited. Vijay couldn't do more than he's doing. This is a contractor that we see him getting a lot of work, but I don't think people realize and understand how much he gives back to his community and beyond. And he's partnered with us to continue to deliver and to give back as well. And my heartfelt and sincere thanks. Also to Kirap Medical Lab, Tropical Tent Rental, Hans Party Rental, Automotive Service Equipment Trinidad Limited, R&R Roti Shop, Sheila's Roti Shop, Mama King's Chinese Cuisine, The Right Flavor, Vidya Maharaj, Denise. All of these people and others, I believe we've got to upgrade this, are people who've reached out to help us, and we are forever grateful. Mr. Director, what I would prefer rather than have me, I'd rather have footage. We have so much footage. People know me. Let them see what's happening in Trinidad and Tobago. More importantly, I want them to see when they contribute hot lunches or beverages or money, this is what is happening. They are partnering with us, and we are the ones, getting people to assist us to go out there. Mr. Director, can you get some footage, please? You have so much footage. I'd like to get that and let our viewers see what's happening. I know Nicole went into a home that everything was just gone. And, there's my director, in case you don't know, in the white T-shirt. There's my little assistant, I call him Hero, right? And, I'm working night and day, working here in studio and then going out, whether it's, that's Sheldon there, whether it's bringing rain pouring or in the hot sun, they were out there doing distribution. So we had many different vans and trucks out there where we were distributing and continuing to give as much as we can. That's when the water went down. So this probably would have been yesterday or day before, Nicole. I wonder if Nicole is monitoring because I know she's getting stuff done as well. Yeah, Georgie said that's when the waters went down, and so now we could do that. Now our master plan is, it's important that I let you all know, after this weekend, we are not going to be given hot lunches anymore. Now we are going to go out with cleaning supplies. So for those of you who would like to contribute a bleach, a broom, a mop, detergents, whatever you'd like to give, one, if you could give one and afford one, it's going to accumulate and help in a massive way. So we need you. Is that Nicole under umbrella? We need you to assist us with that. So then we're going to go into cleaning supplies, and then we are going to partner with V&V Contractors, Marcon Group of Companies. We'll be coming out with food hampers, toys, and gifts. Oh, thank you for letting me know. This is an old age home. Thank you, Georgie. This is an old age home that they went to, and they delivered, I believe that's roti, and then of course we got nice aloo pies and palori and sahina. We did bags of those things as well, which is easy to distribute, and people were so grateful for the food. So this is an old age home. I was not on this truck. I was on the Mack truck. The V&V Contractors Limited, the big Mack truck. Couldn't be seen because it's so short. But, you know, the point that I'm making is, you know, can we go to some other footage, please? So we know this was an old age home. Let's go to some other footage. There's Nicole Dookie, head of news, on the truck under an umbrella. And, of course, ensuring that all went well. She was responsible for taking the footage on Facebook as well, U975 FM. And I want you all to know that we got hundreds of thousands of viewers. Hundreds of thousands of viewers here in Trinidad and Tobago and throughout the world. This is what you can have a look at of what was happening or what is happening currently after the water now gone in terms of people cleaning up. And what was nice is that people who, yeah, exactly, all of their furniture, as you could see, outside, so it could get the sun to dry up mattresses, things like that, so that now they could clean. And the people probably saying, well, why are we giving people food with the water not there? All their stuff is wet or washed away, so they have nothing to cook. So they were very grateful that they could get some hot food to eat while they clean up. You know, so that's why we thought let's still continue with the hot food drive, because people need food. Everything they have is either washed away or wet, right? I mean, I saw temples being, you know, the dog kennel. I could tell you things that I saw was really heartbreaking. But Trinidad and Tobago, my director is saying we've got to take a short break. So let's take a short break, go to some important messages. When we return, we continue to show you more of what's been happening, what we've been doing with our toy drive. See, we're giving some snacks to children. Yeah, food and snacks. Sheldon and his son, I'm telling you, they are angels. They are local heroes, let me tell you. Thank you so much. Let's go to these messages, director.
Oh boy, why is this happening?
What happened?
The Fab India Expo is closing on Monday, the 28th of November.
We have so many events to attend, and I didn't even get my clothes as yet.
I hear their shipment got delayed, but it just arrived. They have the latest variety which they'd like to sell before they leave. That means huge discounts.
Listen, we still have a few more days. From now on, I will go every day to have lunch and dinner.
Let's tell all our friends so everyone can enjoy the final days of the Fab India Expo.
Fab India Expo, opposite Medford Gas Station, Shogunas. Definitely closing on Monday, 28th November.
Fun and shopping both at the Mid-Center Mall Christmas Flea Market starting the 2nd of December. All the entertainment. Mid-Center Mall Christmas Flea Market starting on the 2nd of December, opening daily from 10 a.m.
Unique Group of Companies specializes in complete outfitting for residential and commercial buildings locally and regionally. For 34 years, we have been the premium manufacturers and exporters of high-quality bifold sliding and pocket door systems, fire-rated doors, windows, and architectural moldings. We also supply and install operable louver shutters, hardwood floors, staircases, and toughened laminated glass. Unique Woodworking Limited and Unique Lumber and Construction Guyana Incorporated also supply kiln-dried greenheart, mahogany, cedar, and teak. Our logs are cut and shipped by Unique Lumber Guyana and dried in our computerized kiln at our factory's facilities in Trinidad. Visit our showrooms to see the quality, which makes us unique.
Sunday, the 11th of December at 2:30 p.m. at Curab Junction, the March Against Assassins, 1,000 strong, marching from Curab Junction to Woodford Square, where we're going to have a fantastic youth cultural extravaganza and free health screening by the community hospital. We are saying right now that you have got to get on board. The professional assassins are adopting our young people, recruiting them, teaching them how to kill. But we want to adopt them to teach them how to love. 500 ambassadors adopting 500 troubled, delinquent, and depressed and distressed youth. See you the 11th of December, Sunday at 2:30 p.m. at the Curab Junction. God bless you. God bless you.
Agni Puja and Gift Shop, home to an extensive array of fine jewelry, books, authentic saris, and all your puja needs. Telephone 669-5058, located at Caroni North Bank Road, St. Helena.
Welcome back to the program Conversations with Zelisa on Synergy TV and of course U975 FM Multicultural Radio. I'm Zelisa in your company this morning, and we are just highlighting some of the work that we've been doing because of you generous, kind and compassionate citizens of Trinidad and Tobago partnering with us so that we could help those in need, especially those who have been, affected by the severe flooding situations in our country. And even though it's 1 week we've been doing this, we've been going out every day respectively for this week. Today we're going out with Mr. Rajiv Dipti. He is the president of the Supermarkets Association. We're partnering with them. We're going out with them and we're going to be supplying almost 1,000 meals and other items, water and other items that we're going to be sharing out. And again, my heartfelt and sincere thanks to each and every one of you who've reached out. Your contribution going a long, long way to make a difference, This is a very sad time. It's a trying time because it's the month of Christmas. We're going into a new year and there are people who would have lost everything. So I want to just let you know, so this is my way of letting you know that after this weekend, next week we are going to be on a drive to give cleaning supplies like bleach and detergents and soap powder and brooms and mops and things like that, so people could now clean up properly, sanitize properly. And then closer to Christmas, we're going to go on a collaboration with V&V Contractors Limited, Mr. Vijay Prasad, family and staff, Mr. Michael Budu Singh of Marcon Construction Company and Marcon Group of Companies, and ZMB Communications Limited. We are all coming together on a massive campaign closer to Christmas on a toy drive, and we're going to give hampers of food, and of course we're going to try to make the children in those areas. So we're going right back in those areas. We're going back in those areas because we want to make sure that those kids are happy and we can bring the smiles to their faces. There's beautiful Chanel Al-Saran from our news department. Hi, Chanel. And she'll be joining us later on for other newscasts, major newscasts as well. All right. So can we go back to some footage, please, Georgie? Yeah? Let's see what's happening here. Going in. Okay, so what Georgie is saying is this is someone who asked them to come into their home to show them what was happening because they had absolutely nothing to eat. And they were just very grateful that, you could see how they had all this stuff. I'm telling you. And so they invited them into their home to see what actually happened. So they went into their home, and they were very grateful that they could get hot food. Yeah. 3 days. Thank you so much, Georgie. I should bring Georgie on set with me. For 3 days, the water was actually 18 inches high in their home, and this is when it went down. But just think of 18 inches of water in your entire house, your furniture, your appliances, your clothes, how much you could save, how much you could, and then to have to clean up. It's frustrating. Somebody said we need to get people to help people to deal with this mentally. I agree, you know, because I heard Nicole this morning on the People's Platform talking about her experience and how she traumatized. And let me tell you, I'm also traumatized. These things are playing back in my head. Every time I take a bath, every time I eat some food, every time I walk into my house and see that everything is in order, it's clean, I'm thinking these people had to be in this water, contaminated water. People were happy for even water. Do you know some people, look at this. Do you know some people just said all we need is water, clean water to drink? Because we've had no water, or the water that they're getting much more dirty than what around their house. People complain about that, or some people complain they had no water at all. Absolutely no water. Yeah? So on top of having a problem with flooding, they had no water running in their tap so that they could start to clean up, they could start to wash up, they could even drink or cook. So now people could understand, you know, God bless you all that cook those hot meals, you know, and drop here for us in San Juan and wherever our pickup points were. God bless you all. We are forever grateful. That's the Mack truck, Georgie. Yeah, and I'm talking about the Mack truck because it really was an experience being in a truck like that. Let me tell you, I enjoyed it. There you go. There's Nicole Dookie. Look at Nicole. Nicole took out her boots and slippers, shoes, everything, and went into the floody water. I remember I was there that day. That was a sad situation, boy, of those people talking about their home and how terrible it is. And all they needed was a backhoe to come down to help clean up. They were asking and they couldn't get anybody. They were seeing no counselors, nobody. No. They were stranded there as well, right, Georgie? They said absolutely nobody came to help them. We went down that entire street. Yeah, and that's when we had to take some of the stuff out from another vehicle to go down there as well. I remember that now. There's my, yeah, we saw this before, Georgie. We have so much footage. Let us see some new footage so that our viewers, and I'm trying to let, the guy in the white is my director, Akua George. When I say my director, Akua, that's him there. So after directing, they jump on trucks. Let me tell you all, and they don't get home until late hours in the night. They're working day and night, and I am grateful. I'd say, God choose these people to work with me. I'm so lucky. And at the end of it, all they're saying is, Missy, don't worry, we okay. Missy, don't worry, we all right. I remember one night, Georgie, you remember this? All of us in the back of the tray, and we're going through, we don't know where we're going. And it was like a bad horror movie. It was really scary in the night, and the water high. And they are saying to me, Miss Z, don't worry, we all there and we're making a difference. And I am bothered that they're not home at late, their families are, you know, they really, and it wasn't just them making a sacrifice, it's their families as well. You know, look at these people at the side of the road here now. It's really heartbreaking, you know. Yeah, that's us in water. You can see that was about 6 o'clock in the evening, George. Yeah. That's right. He's reminding me we had to get a boat to come out to assist us. So then we would take all of the items that we had on, because people couldn't come out to us and they were stuck in roads and traces down. Nobody could get to them. So what we did, we had a boat, some generous people who had a boat. We took some of the stuff, put it in boxes, put it on the boat so we could send down food to those people who were marooned and got no help. So you could imagine after how many days they had no food. They were marooned, they can't get out, nobody could get in. And when they got the food, could you imagine how they felt? I tell you, some children, when you see their face, you just, and they get that food or water, you give them a little tin of biscuit and they're so happy they want to hug you. That was joy. That was the comfort of knowing we did something right. So my director is saying we've got to wrap things up again. Our heartfelt and sincere thanks. I wanted you all to see because a lot of you contributed, and it's important to know where your money or your hard work when you cook your food, God bless your hands, even the vehicles that brought it to us, everybody who played a role in making the difference. God bless you all. Thank you for partnering, and we are going to continue to do more. We're not giving up. We're not giving up at all. God bless you all. Repeats of our program today on Synergy TV at 3 o'clock and at 4 a.m. in the morning. We are on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Like it and share it. I want to remind you that with God, all things are possible. Thank you so much. I am Zelisa Budhu Singh Rupani. May God continue to bless you all. Thank you so much.